Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. I knew that they was going to come to this. This is a part of the fundraising weekend. If you would like to donate, please donate at paypal.me/Shikama. I made a recent, fairly successful video live stream talking about the European Union and their Article 13. Well, it seems that now the news is just breaking that everybody is saying what I had already said. Of course, I don't get credit for being the first to break the news. But anyway, Article 13 is far reaching, and it says under the copyright laws of Europe, you're not supposed to upload or have anything copywritten in any of your stuff anywhere on the internet if you are in the European Union. PewDiePie, when he was putting on the persona of Poppy Harlow, and he was doing what is called he calls his Pew News show, talked about this and discussed this. And he said exactly what I was thinking, that what I'd already said in my live stream. You can go look at it when I talked about the European Union canceling and completely going offline. It was not an exaggeration. People are now figuring out that indeed that is what is going to happen. PewDiePie said that his entire channel would go down because most of his videos for the past 3 years has been mostly using copywritten material. I assume that he has a small staff. I assume that one of them takes care of contacting the copywritten people and actually getting permissions that way. I'm sure that calling PewDiePie calling you, you already know who's talking to you. So he has his own reputation and his stardom to go along with getting permission probably quite easily. Why do I have a pimple? This is insane. Okay, thank God I'm black. So he mentioned in his Pew News video saying that he would have to move. And I knew that as soon as I heard it, I said, he has to move. There is no way that he is going to just sit there and stay there. And I do not believe that he has any clout with actual politicians or anything. I know that he tends to stay away from stuff like that to begin with. He doesn't have that personality, and he's already indicated that he really doesn't like a lot of the controversy that has surrounded him that he thought were jokes, and he thought that he's a comedian, so he should be excused. He really sort of caved in and just whatever they said they did. This, from my standpoint, this is what he's done. So although he's a multimillionaire, I think he takes it in stride when people come after him for scandalous events. He just sort of nods his head and let bygones be bygones immediately. I don't think he gives a care about it. I think he puts everything into perspective of how important is that. Where I was raging and I said, I'm not a lawyer, but let me give you some advice about you have to do something because it's going to come back and hurt you later on. You have a brand and you have to protect your brand, even though you're just PewDiePie. The PewDiePie brand is a brand. So he needs to move because he will not be able to do his show at all. And he also needs to relocate because YouTube has indicated that they will delete any and all videos that contains any copywritten material, which is against Article 13 of the European Union. So PewDiePie, in order to save his channel and to save his backlog and all of the stuff that he gets, of course, his huge backlog of millions and millions of views on all of his videos would all be erased, and he would not keep making that much money on his channel. So he has to move. Uh, he would be prevented from making new videos if he stayed. Let's see here. Checking in. Unfortunately, the people of the live stream have no interest in actually watching the live stream. Maybe this was a bad idea to try and generate some sort of momentum by having live streams for the entire weekend like other YouTubers, because all of my subscribers are like 3,000 years old and they have no idea what a live stream is. They are not excited whatsoever about anything. I just did a live stream and I said I was announcing $1 million giveaway, which was met with nothing. Okay. Coupe de Ville, let's ban you from the channel. There you go. I would appreciate it if you come to my channel, that you watch my channel. If you want to make your own channel, that is your business. Do not tell me how to run my channel. Go somewhere else. This is me being polite to you. I don't care what you think you know. This is not the place for it. You either subscribe to me or you don't. I do not care. 99% of you absolutely do not do anything for me. Right? So my patience with you has exasperated. Hello, Sylvia G. How you doing? And the negativity is stopped. It's all over. I'm now going full liberal, and you will be banned at the drop of a hat for anything that you say that I dislike. I'm going to go just like all the liberals, because this whole being a libertarian and let people say whatever they want to has gone too far. Why? Because then all the people who actually do want to say something in support of what I say, or even want to give me a nice argument based on some sort of factual evidence that they believe in, and want to give me an intellectual argument, are afraid to talk on my channel because of the negative people on my channel. So I have to ban the ignorant people off of the channel just so the people who can even disagree with me feel comfortable with disagreeing with me and get into a nice discussion. You don't do anything for me anyway, so bye. Continuing on with PewDiePie. PewDiePie is the most subscribed individual YouTuber channel that there is on the internet. I mean, let's call it spade a spade. YouTube is the internet, so there is nothing. YouTube is the #2 website on the entire internet. So if there is a guy dominating the #2 website on the internet, that means he's the #1 guy in the world. He's bigger than most people. Kittens are soft but have sharp claws. You are right, Mac Hippie. And I've been way too much of a kitten this entire time. Because you can't ascribe rules. This is why I have no money. Because people come to me and say, "Oh, please help us out. Oh, we can't afford our gas. We can't afford our electricity. Please help us. Can we do some job for $200?" Sure. And then people finally come by and say, "Dude, you're poor. You can't be helping out people who say that they're poor. You need to save and keep your money. Forget about all of this Christian duty. Forget about all this be nice to your neighbor. That you need to say no. Learn how to say no." So finally, I'm saying no. No. Uh, yeah. I need to learn how to. It's a hard lesson for me because it's what, 20 years in the making. You must help out those less fortunate than you. Well, I have to realize first of all that I'm the in this at this time in my life I am the less fortunate. That I'm supposed to be actually having fundraisers for me because I am the less fortunate. I can't turn around and then give somebody my last meal. This has actually happened here in this place. I've given somebody my last frozen chicken out of my freezer, and then the person turns around and insults me. So literally, I gave them chicken, and I went hungry that night, and they turn around and insult me. You see, yeah. Nice guys finish not only last, but they whatever. But I need to learn to say no. That's all there is to it. I need to stop. I've given away my money to the point where I'm in this corner. I'm in this corner, and absolutely nobody's coming to help me. Nobody's knocking on my door and saying, "Oh, we heard that you were starving. We heard that you went to the hospital and couldn't work for an entire week for yourself." And in fact, I got insults. I said, "Hey, I was in the hospital. I got my own problems. My pipe broke. Tighten up the pipe." And these are the people that I gave dozens and dozens of eggs to. We need to make food for our house. There are four, count them, four adults in your house. I have one person in my house. I pay all the bills in my house. There's four adults over there. And your children are all disabled, so you get money from the government because your children are disabled. You take stuff from me, and then I don't even get a thank you. I don't even get a, "Hey, heard you were in the hospital. I hope you get better." Nothing. Out of all the people, one little girl gave me a card. And you know who gave me the card? It was the little girl that gave me the card. The little girl. Yes, in fact, yes. I had two different neighbors taking care of my dog when I was in the hospital. I get out of the hospital, they couldn't be bothered to even come and say, "Hey, are you okay?" They said, "We took care of your dog." And then they said, "If you die, we want the dog." What a nice thing to say. Didn't I? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I'm helping you. Yeah. Uh, so I don't know if I want you to feel sorry for PewDiePie, but uh, it's ironic that the most uh, and he's super nice too, right? So he's this millionaire guy, and he raises all sorts of stuff for charity. He is constantly saying he doesn't care about the money. He thinks for him it's just a game of how much money he can raise, but as much as money that he has personally, he also raises money for charity all the time. So you should never. We have this unhealthy view of people with money, as I can see it directly here. Because people don't see me, I don't know, running around with sores on my face or something. They believe I'm rich. I got cursed out for having teeth, for having real teeth. Hollywood hasn't gotten PewDiePie yet. No, probably because he's so far away. I guess if he was a little bit closer, they would have taken him out somehow. Also, he has a very devoted fiance now, very devoted girlfriend for like 7 years. I don't know how long they've been together. 10 years, something crazy. They were together when he first started, so they've been together forever, and she is devoted, and so I don't believe he does anything with anybody else. He, if he does something, is always on camera, and I don't believe he hangs out with girls, which is not true of the other YouTubers, and they get into trouble. Real teeth, how greedy! I know. I was literally cursed out here in my complex here in this whatever you call it park. Uh, PewDiePie is a very hard worker. I'm surprised he could stay relevant for so long and not burn out. I'm sure he's burned out, but PewDiePie takes vacations. But PewDiePie really loves his fans, and his fans are very devoted to him too. Which really helps, and I don't know if you all understand. Also, I'm of course burnt out, and the whole negative people that come in is you should do this, you should do this, and I look on their channel, they have 0 videos, and they don't have a Twitter, and they don't have a Facebook. Uh, but uh, occasionally I'll do this and this and this to lose weight, do this and this and this and this to gain money, and secretly in the dark, in the midnight, while I'm under my covers, somebody will just say, I followed your weight loss video. I lost 30 pounds. You saved my life. Thank you. And I go, you're welcome. Why are you doing this in secret? I followed your financial advice. I made $150,000 this year. Why are you doing this in secret? Why don't you blast it? And can I have $20? No, I have to pay, I have to pay off back all of my college loans and stuff. Oh, okay. I was $200,000 in debt. Thanks to you, I'm paying all of that off, so I don't have $20 to spare you. Yes, that is true. You may not be burned out. Maybe you're just lacking motivation because people don't support you. It's true. Like I was saying, the people who do support me, they whisper in secret, in the dark, behind closed doors. And even then, they don't actually support me. They just say, thanks for the free advice that I got from you, sucker! I'm laughing when I should be crying. Where everybody else, the PewDiePie's fans, they like make posters of him. They make videos of him. They come and cheer and they scream and they say, "Oh, of course, you want to go on tour? We will buy $100 tickets to come see you." Oh, you all listening in chat think $100 is a lot of money. Other YouTubers charge $1,000. So he has to move. He was indicating he was going to move to, I believe, Eastern Europe, countries that are not welcome in the European Union because they have all closed their borders, if you know what I mean. So the European Union will be shut off. It'll be just like a void, a no man's land, a void of. I don't even think like the news will get out of Europe when this goes into effect. It goes into effect what, next year or something? So there you have it. If you want to donate, please donate to paypal.me/Shikama. Next live stream will be about Justin Bieber. And him going to the hood and hanging out with the homeboys. And how he was singing to all of the homeboys in the hood. Because I don't know. Can somebody tell me why Justin Bieber's in the hood? I got all of that off of World Star Hip Hop. Yeah, this is all on the smartphone. All of this. I'm doing all of this setup on smartphones. And a super duper internet connection, which costs probably more than what I should be able to afford. But this is how I make money, so I figure I'll suffer for that part, right? Like a third of my profits will go to paying off the internet every month, and people say they have it bad. What happened? Justin Bieber's a woman? What? Oh, and I can't breathe today, so am I supposed to hold it back? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That hurts my brain or something, and it doesn't help. Yeah, I got all of this from World Star Hip Hop that Justin Bieber went to the hood, and they had video. Justin Bieber's in the hood, singing. Uh, and it was not a good look because they were like, sing. And so he started singing like a toy, like a trained toy. It was, you know, I don't get offended easily, but if somebody were to be all like, Shikama, sing on the spot, I'd be all like, well, first of all, when I sing, it costs $1,000 a ticket, so there will be no free concerts here. You have old Lenovo T60 T4. Is that Texas Instruments? What is that? Anyway, I'm trying to talk about PewDiePie moving because of the EU Article 13, and I'm getting insulted privately. Getting insulted privately. Being called names. Being called names because people think that they should be in control. Just because I'm very down to earth and very nice, you can't control my business. I banned them. I've been banning them. I've been every time I pick up my phone, there's 50% of the time I'm banning somebody because YouTube said this person is saying no stuff. Or of course their no stuff is you're awful, you're terrible, get off of YouTube. So I go, okay, let me assist you with getting off of YouTube. Hold on, let me take a break and let the dog in because he's barking at people's. He's barking. Oh. All right. Are you gonna be quiet now? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yo, I shouldn't bend over. That was too much excitement for me. All right, you all entertain me. Come on. Oh. Oh my god. 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 That'd be terrible to have a pass out on the live stream, huh? I need water. I don't think you all understand. I think I'm doing fantastic having these live streams. Let me make sure I can speak. Because I am not recovered at all from the hospital. I'm not even remotely recovered from that. I went to my physical therapy the other day, and I sat on a heating pad, and then I simply got on the elliptical, and that was it. That's all I did. Catch your breath. Yeah, I need to catch my breath. I was about to pass out right there. That would have been bad. You know, my body looks like I'm in such great shape, and then but I'm not internally. I think I'm doing good. I'm complimenting myself on doing the live streams because who knows? Who knows? This may be the last you see of me. I can't breathe this stupid thing. My nose is, I don't know what's going on. That's probably what's wrong. And I probably shouldn't bend over at the waist. I should probably descend down in a squat with my knees instead of bending over, which then makes all the blood rush to my head. And I don't know what and the one nurse called me, and her whole message was Shikama, blood pressure cuff. I was like, what were you talking on? A 1940 CB radio? What? How do you mess up a message like that? And it was like she spoke for 2 minutes on the message, which, first of all, was impressive. I need some water. And I can't have any excitement in my life. My doctor told me. He said, 0 excitement. Don't date a woman. Don't watch scary movies. I want 0 excitement in your life. Get off the table? Get what off the table? What happened? Oh man. How about I just let's just what happened now? Hello, Terry. Hello, everybody. Get off the table? What do you mean stop streaming? What are you saying? Oh my God. Just that quickly, huh? Just bending over a couple of times. Pick up the dog food. And I think Anubis is too big for me. I think he's too much dog for me. I tried to have my neighbors come over to put the harness on him, and both of them couldn't handle it. It took all 3 of us after a while. Because he gets excited, and he moves and squirms, and he's just, huh? Get off the tablet? Terry, write a whole sentence with everything in it. All right, who's got the riddles for me? How many PewDiePies does it take to screw in a light bulb? Let's do YouTuber jokes. It's too quiet. See, this is why I need a computer. I would have background music. I'd have dancing girls over there. Then I'd have the weatherman over there. And then I'd have scrolling financial ticker tape going across the screen. Dancing men? Okay, okay. So dancing women over there, dancing men over there. How about that? uh, Wisdom Trek. I'm saying he's too big for me. When he gets good and ready, he knocks me over. Lenovo ThinkPad. Why do you keep hawking this Lenovo ThinkPad? I think you work for Lenovo ThinkPad. Why is this hurting? What's hurting me? What's hurting? Why is my ear hurting by itself? Nothing's touching it. See, this is when your body starts breaking down. Your little body's slowly breaking down. Can I find that song? Oh, he has one for sale. You're a self-employed construction worker. Self-employed construction worker? Golly, Ma. Somebody get that guy a rope. Let me. I'm gonna look up. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to show ya. Did y'all see the Missy Elliott shouted out this lady doing a karaoke of Missy Elliott's rap song, and it went so viral that Ellen DeGeneres invited that lady on the show. And who should pop up in the middle of the song but Missy Elliott herself? It was a very touching moment. They were both up there rapping. Of course, the lady was like 60 years old, but she was getting it. Isn't that what the cool kids say? Um, if you want to donate out paypal.me/Shakama. There we go. Oh, no. You know, I'm. Little body. There we go. I mean, wow. What happened? Uh, Google. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this. All right, who's the girl? Who's gonna sing the girl part with me? Your little body slowly breaking down. You're losing speed. You're losing strength, not style. That goes on flourishing forever. But your eyes, your smile, do not have that sparkle of your fantastic past. If you climb one more mountain, it could be your last. ever. You're dying. So what happens now? Where am I going to? Don't ask anymore. Of course, you got to sing the depressing songs when you're depressed, right? All right, here we go. Yes, everybody should start a business. I've been trying to say this for 10 years now. Start a business, start a business, start a business. The idea of being adult used to be in the United States that you started a business. You started a service. Your family was good at something, and you would come up and you would do the family business. That's why the term family business exists, because everybody was supposed to do a family business. Doing a job really wasn't for anybody except for those people who didn't have families. Does this clue you into why a lot of stuff goes on today? Huh? Are you one of those subsidiary businesses to the factories? Which I was really shocked that a lot of the like Detroit stuff, the car manufacturers relied upon thousands of tiny other businesses that surrounded the factory and contributed to the creation of the cars or the manufacture of the cars, so that you know, the if the people said I want an Escalade with chrome trim, they would have to go to the one of the surrounding businesses and says, okay, we have an order for chrome trim. And so when the factory went out of business, it then created the snowball effect of everything around it going out of business as well, which is crazy when you think about it. Yeah, I never thought of it until I started looking at car manufacturing. And this was during the Obama administration when they were in a political campaign commercial. They were talking about some family. Well, somebody did a follow up on that family, and that family was one of the people that worked for one of these subsidiary type of businesses, not subsidiary, but brother businesses that helped in the car manufacturing. And they said, well, the car company is going out of business, which means we go out of business. What are you in? You're in construction, all right? Uh, one of the old sayings was, "Don't be the very few people who went to go panhandle for gold during the gold rush didn't make that much money. So only a few people, struck it rich, right? Struck it rich. But they said the people who sold all the people, the pans to go panhandle, those people, they struck it rich because they had products to sell to all of those people that all of those people needed to do their business. So they struck it rich. And that's one of the business school type of stories to get you to understand that when you open up a business, you think about a business that you can have that would provide a product that people would really need, and not be the person, don't be the restaurant, be the stove maker. Business to business businesses are some of the richest businesses out there. Jesse Correll, how you doing? Well, the best business to have today is stuff like this, online businesses. Not necessarily YouTube, because I think YouTube is gearing up for this European thing, which people are not taking seriously. I can already tell, because I understand that people have they've been just dumbed down and dumbed down and dumbed down and dumbed. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video game called what is it called? Where the people are on a ship. Do you all watch video games? First of all, do you all watch video games? I would really suggest that you watch this video game because it's allegorical to real life. So these tons of people, and they're all huge. So the caricature is the people are huge, and they pay money at the door, and they go in there to eat. They're huge people already, and they go in there on this ship to eat, right? And the hero of the story is a little tiny girl. We assume it's a little tiny girl in a yellow, like, raincoat looking thing. And she's escaping from the ship. And the ship itself is allegorical to modern times. The ship, and as the ship travels from port to port, it picks up more people. And it seems that there's something sinister going on with the ship. Anyway, the people are huge, and they just sit and eat and eat and eat and eat. And that's all they do. They pay money because they want to eat, right? I don't have all the lore to it, but it seems to be allegorical to the time, so that they are just so complacent and just stuff is happening around them, but all they care about is just eating and eating and eating, which of course is allegorical to consume. They just consume. The stuff comes on TV and they just sit there and consume and consume and consume. And so then somebody like me comes around and says, hey guy, hey, can you stop eating for a second? Stop eating? What are you talking about? Stop eating? Can you believe that guy? Stop eating. Hey, just for 1 second, stop eating. The ship is on fire. It's sinking. Stop eating. Can you believe that guy? Actually, there's no captain of the ship. All the staff members have gone. The ship is sinking. Can you believe that guy told us to stop eating? Is it Little Nightmares? Yeah, Little Nightmares. I would recommend everybody there's Some of the videos here online have a whole 1 hour thing and they go through the whole thing. So you don't have to watch 20 hours. You just go through the whole thing and make sure that somebody's talking. Because if they're not talking, you're really not understanding what's going on. So, yeah. But the whole thing is an allegory to everything that's in the ship, all the people on the ship, all the various characters that you see on the ship. Everything is allegorical to something else. It's not what you see. They're trying to make you think about something else. What happened? You know, you might want to produce these robots that build houses. You might want to look into that. There you go. There's free advice right there. There's like one robot in the world now that does it consistently on a good basis with a good proven track record of laying down bricks. Brick, 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 brick. Versus the other stuff is just a conveyor belt. It's not really a robot. The other actual robot lays down the brick, puts on this newfandangled new age epoxy that then cements the bricks all together. So it slathers the brick in epoxy, it lays it down, and they just go brick, 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 brick. So they can build a whole house, the outer shell of a house in 2 days, all brick. You want to start a food business? That is a good idea because food businesses do last. However, businesses don't last. You see, right? Going into business is a very difficult and complex thing. And, right, so you want to get the most advice that you possibly can so that you hit the ground running. And when you hit the ground running, you just keep running. And and hey, now you're an all-star. Nobody got that reference. Can I get a thumbs up? Can a brother get a thumbs up? Do I look great to everybody else? Home IT repair. People don't want to pay for that. They think it should come with their warranty. Now, what you could do is go to Apple. You could go to who is this? Alienware. You could go to who's the cow company? Overpriced. Anyway, you can go to all of these places and say, hey, you all do as your part of your warranty, you have IT repair in home. Tell you what, so you sell your services to a company that does that, so that you are one of the contractors. Business to business is the way to go. You want to open up a food business? You go to a food company and say, hey, you do catering, I will do the catering for you. This way you can have 20 catering contracts every day. And tell you what, I'll take care of all of it. Business to business. All right, don't take my advice. I mean, just like my mother said, I don't never take your advice. Oh, okay. That's why you're Your maid service business went out of business. Your other cleaning business went out of business. Your realty stuff is none to speak of. You're an actual. You went and got your broker's license, and you don't broker anything because you don't take my advice. If you don't take advice from the person whom you're supposed to give all of your money to when you pass away anyway, it's good advice. I have something to think about. Yeah. Try and if you possibly can, try to find a way to do business to business, whatever it is. Even if even if you make socks, try and find a way to do business to business. I make socks. Hey Nike, I make socks. Tell you what, I'll knit all of your Nike socks for you, and I'll just plaster on your Nike logo, and then I'll just ship you all the crates. So then you get all of the Nike business for making socks. You know, you got to think, what's the next, and how do you kick this up a notch and kick this up another notch? Don't just make, chicken soup. Make chicken soup for the military. Make chicken soup for the government. Make chicken soup for so the lady. There's a video on here of guess people's salaries. So the number 3 lady, which was the number 3 salary, he said, "So what do you do?" She said, "I make $150,000 a year." "What do you do?" She says, "I cut the hair." On the Google campus. She says, there are 16,000 people there. I'm always busy, and I charge a pretty hefty price for doing hair. So I literally have a captive audience, and I'm going to get rich from cutting hair where everybody else is going out of business left and right every other year, right? You got to think of that next. Got to think of that level up, right? Private attorney. This is a fundraiser for all of that. You can donate at paypal.me/Shikama. That's the whole point of this live stream. Yes, the people in business are going to pay you unless they're not going to pay you, and the only reason that they would not pay you is they're going out of business themselves. So make sure you pick and choose your clientele very reasonably. Right. So when your customer is a public person, there is a whole cost to getting that public person. It's a cost of acquisition for a customer. Some people, let's say they sell underwear for, $5 a pack. Some people are so out of whack and they go out of business because they spend $50 to acquire that person. Meaning they spend $50 in advertising and $50 in radio spots and $50 in commercials, and they go out to the fair and they put up a booth and say, "Hey, we're Hanes underwear," and so then they sell their underwear, and it doesn't sustain the business because it costs so much to acquire that person. Or maybe they sell hot dogs or whatever, right? It costs so much to acquire. But business to business, you don't have that. you literally uh, don't do marketing because you're not blasting it out there. You go contact the business and say, hey, here's what I can do for you, and I can do it cheaper than the next guy. You'll donate next week. Oh, man. Yeah, business to business is the way forward. That's the best advice. Worth $1,000,000. Let me tell you. I give out a lot of stuff that's worth $1,000,000. There are YouTubers out here in Vegas who they don't have a whole bunch of stuff, but they make YouTube videos for businesses. And they're at the country club. And they're at the they're playing golf. You know? Why? Because they're not YouTubers per se. They don't make funny videos. They don't make pet videos. They actually sell their YouTube time to companies, which is probably what I should do. You know. Okay. Do I have any Europeans in the chat today, right now? Since we're talking, can y'all tell I'm losing weight? Any Europeans? Press F if you're European, sitting in Europe right now, or sitting in the European Union right now. Are you in Europe right now? I'm just asking for those people. Press F if you're in the European Union right now. Press F if you're in the European Union right now. Oh, James, where are you? Can't believe you just start talking about my cavity work. I have to look like all the people around me, so I'm eating all the candy. I never eaten candy before. Terry, you're in Europe? James, good luck with that. Terry, where are you? Oh, that's right, you're French. Pobrecito. How do you say that? Pobrecito. How do you say poor person in French? Pauvre? No. Pauvre? No, that is pouvoir, no? La personne sans argent. How do you say it? But it's poor in spirit. I'm not talking about money. Poor in spirit. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up? Thumbs up. A little bit of Monica. The Club of Rome. They have the Club of Rome over there? Or you're being facetious? You know something? You know something about the Club of Rome, do you? Or you're talking about the Vatican? I need to eat something instead of all of this sugar. right, so the next video, next live stream is going to be exercising. Give me a show of hands of how many people want to watch me. I'm sorry. If you're going to exercise with me. The EU, you're talking about the EU? The EU governing body? Governing body. I need to get married so somebody can clean up this house. Oh, give me a thumbs up for that. You know what I think it's funny? Anytime I talk about women around my mother, she goes, "Why wouldn't you want to marry someone with 4 or 5 children of their own?" I go, "What? Who are you? Why would you want me to marry somebody with 4 or 5 children of their own? That doesn't make sense." A lot of stuff she says doesn't make sense. She says, "Oh, I met this 40-year-old that you could marry." I go, "No, I keep saying 25. I want 5 children. What is a 40-year-old going to do?" She goes, "You can marry her." Who are you? Who are you fighting for? Who are you for? Because apparently you're not for your own son. I have to train this person how to be a mother. I said, I need your loyalty, okay? You're supposed to be loyal to me until death. You're grown. No. I'm not grown. I'm your son. I'm not a stranger. Until death. And it's supposed to work the other way around too. They have made laws in the Constitution observing that family is thicker than anything else, including the law. That a family will look out for each other all the way. There is no greater loyalty. You are not even showing the loyalty that the heathens have ascribed to each other. You're exactly right, James. She wants to see me happy with somebody else's 5 children. That is a recipe for Armageddon. I don't think you understand. When I get good and ready, I'm going to tell you where to go. And it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, when you came in, what horse you rode in on. None. Let me I'm gonna make some tuna, what do I call it? Tuna. I'm gonna eat it with chips. How about that? How about that? I need to stand up anyway. How about that, huh? How about that? Your little body slowly breaking down. Oh, I can't play that, so... But that doesn't mean I should give up my dreams. Have you ever seen me defeated? Now, if I pass out over here off camera, nobody's going to see. But if you hear a crash, that's me passing out because I don't feel so well. I don't feel so well at all. Oh my God. Ugh. Maybe this shirt is too tight or something? I'm going to change my shirt. I don't feel so well at all. This shirt is choking me. What's up, Dog Matt? How you doing? How you doing? Huh? How you doing? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Don't ask anymore. Ah, that feels better. What's up, Pookish? What's up, Pookish? What's up, Pookish? What's up? Where do we go from here? This isn't how we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in you. I believed in me. Suddenly I disappeared. How do I dream? All our dreams to survive. Give me a chance, and I'll let you see how nothing has changed. Deep in my heart, I can feel you. Things I wanted to say. Try to forget all my feelings. Frightened you slipped away. You must love me. You must love me. Okay. Oh, some cracked pepper, olive oil based mayonnaise, sweet relish, no salt because I'm not supposed to have salt, although I should be having a little bit of salt. And I should have some sea salt, maybe. The choice was ours, and no one else's. We can cry about it and despair. All those 60, 50, 70 years, I saw the light, and on I was on my way. Would I like to know the best way to get better? What's the best way to get better? James, I said... What happened? The gut bacteria. James, I said don't donate through the YouTube. I'll only donate through the only donate to the... I'm gonna say it. PayPal, the PayPal. I announced the PayPal. You people and your... But thank you so much. Oh, I should have done the onion. I didn't do any onion. Did somebody else do something? Why does it say 250? Oh! 2 pounds, huh? Don't donate here. Donate at paypal.me/Sakama. Because YouTube takes 50% of the stuff. Have any of you all been to Broadway? Ever gone to Broadway and seen a show there? How much do those Broadway shows cost? So I'm eating chia seed crackers made with brown rice, almonds, and chia seeds. They provide 3 grams of protein per serving. And a serving is 13 crackers. That's a lot of crackers. Oh, also I put the banana pepper in here too. It's like having nothing. It's really not that great. If you donate through the super chat on YouTube, they take half. They also takes 30 days, if not 60 days, to get to me. And what happens is it goes to my bank, and then my bank takes a cut themselves. So out of $10, I think I get like $3. Yeah, $3. Versus if you just go to PayPal, I get like $7 or $8. Yeah, I think the first info thing is PayPal, I think, in the info box. Anyway, what were we talking about? The EU and PewDiePie. The EU is having a field day with Theresa May. And the UK wants to redo the vote. Hello, Lynn. How you doing? So the EU wants to redo the referendum because I don't know what the what's the reasoning. They had to vote. You got the result. Now you're supposed to do what the referendum said. And didn't what's his name? He didn't like it, and then Theresa May came on. So, and I don't believe she liked it either. But she was, at first, she was supposedly a supporter of it. And to my understanding, the history, UK never wanted to be a part of the EU. For some reason, you all joined. Although you had a very strong arm of the people in the UK who said that they did not ever want to join because it didn't make sense. That the UK has never really been part of Europe on various things, including the United Nations and stuff like that. But you all joined. I don't know how that came about. That would be interesting to learn how you all, because I know you had a super strong, a very large faction of people who said, nope, we don't want to join that mess. But you turn around, and now, what's his name? Who's your representative in the EU? Jeremy? I don't know. What is his name? I like him. He's very sarcastic. He's I love anybody who's sarcastic. What is his name? But one of the movie stars came out in favor of you. Maybe she's British or something. I don't know. Nigel Farage. Yeah. Where'd I get Jeremy from? Okay, Lan, thank you for clearing that up. Nigel Farage, he is the best. And he's so funny. And he has zero decorum. Not saying that he doesn't know decorum, but he has zero decorum for the exact moment that zero decorum is necessary, because of course people will play upon the situation to make sure that you're polite to them, while they are doing all sorts of unthinkable things for their own benefit. Yeah, who Dominic Rab, who was that? People say I do. Oh, I'm a I'm a bachelor. People don't know what a bachelor is. I'll show you what a bachelor is. I'll wipe my hands on the walls if I if I have to. People say I'm talking about shallow stuff. PewDiePie has to move. Well, although that might seem shallow, the truth of the matter is the reasoning behind the topic is not shallow at all. And besides, nothing I say is shallow because I'm far too intellectual for anything. For for my own good. Have we given up chatting with me? Is the stream over? Oh, are y'all joining me for lunch? This isn't bad at all. I should have included the onions. The onions really bring out everything. Is there a reason I've been hankering for onions? What do you call hankering? What hankering is not the word I'm trying to look for. What's the word I'm looking for? I have a thing for onions now after I went to the hospital. Craving, yes. I've been craving onions. Now, I watched this symposium of doctors, and this one female doctor said, craving does nothing, and this, that. It's just you are romanticizing something that you had as a kid, and so every once in a while you think about it. No, I'm not romanticizing. I'm romanticizing liver, and I have times where I need liver. And then the other doctor, a male doctor, came on and says, cravings are absolutely real. It's something in the thing or something in the process, like ice. They came out and did a study on ice, people who crave ice and people who eat ice. And it says it's a deficiency, and so the body is trying to equate the thing with eating ice. And the eating ice, although ice doesn't have any nutrients in it, the when you eat ice, it puts your body in this state because your body does produce a lot of its own nutrients. Did you know that? When they term essential fatty acids, essential vitamins, those are essential because you have to have it from the outside. Your body produces a lot of vitamins all by itself, right? So your body produces potassium. Did you know that? I guess nobody will tell you that, but it does. So they're saying when you crave ice, the ice puts your body in a state where I guess something else is produced. It's not quite the thing that it needs, but the body knows you can get ice easily. You can probably get ice at any point in time. So the body craves ice. Little tidbit of useless information for you. What? So you go to your freezer and you can get ice cubes, and then you get not. So it puts your body in this state that it produces this other thing. But I had a whole like month where I kept craving liver and onions. Which stupid me, I kept ignoring it, and on the corner from where I came out in my neighborhood, on the corner was a restaurant called Blueberry Hill that served, like grandma food. And sure enough, I went there and finally I had me some liver and onions. Which were not as good as the liver and onions that I made myself. I followed the directions to caramelize the onions. So I took a whole hour of caramelizing those onions on my stove, right? Whole hour. Turn the heat all the way down. Whole hour in butter, I believe. And of course, it didn't look like it was doing anything for about 30 minutes. You could feel the heat though. And so then the caramelized onion just turned into something completely different. Then I whipped up the liver inside of it and put the onions on top. Oh my God. My goodness. That was the best liver and onions I've ever had in my life. For some reason, I couldn't reproduce that. Really crazy. I couldn't. When I tried to make French onion soup, I could not reproduce that. Maybe I was too impatient, probably. I was super patient doing the liver, though. And that was the best liver and onions I've ever had in my life. I know people don't love liver and onions, but I'm here to tell you, if I ever made that for you, you would be in hog heaven. I put my foot in it. I have what? I'm telling you, one of these days when I get rich and famous, I'm gonna invite all of y'all to Vegas, and we're gonna have a picnic, and I'm gonna make all of my signature dishes for you, and one of them will be my liver and onions. And you won't know what hit you. And it's nothing like these chia seed crackers. I just made this tuna off of what I had, and the tuna still had water in it. So now my tuna is soggy. You know, I can dice onions and they'll still be sweet. Is that funny? I've never given Anubis liver and onions. Well, you can't give a dog onions anyway, so there's that. But I can dice onions so small that they release that sweetness that they have in them. And they come out translucent already, so why? Lan, is there something secretly hiding in your message? YouTube didn't like it. Maybe I need to move my what career? Move my show? Yeah, I can live anywhere else. I mean, this is not, but Vegas has no personal income taxes. But that doesn't mean we should give up our dream. Have you ever seen me defeated? You said South Korea. South Korea. Actually, I was asked to move to South Korea to be a gamer, to be a professional gamer. He said South Korea. You're gonna make me start crying, dude. But isn't $15 a month like $100 to them? Anybody got the Forex numbers up? Bring up the Forex numbers. Bring up the Forex numbers, the South Korean dollar to the US dollar. South Korean whatever. I don't know what it is. Detroit has personal income tax. There's no way I would move there. I'm not that ill. Bad moments come, but they go. Some days are fine, some a little bit harder. But that doesn't mean we should give up our dream. Have you ever seen me defeated? Don't you forget what I've been through, and yet I'm still standing. So what happens now? Where am I going to? Don't ask anymore. All right, let's look up the South Korea dollar to the U.S. Korea dollar. But that doesn't mean we should give up our dream. USD versus Korean. Okay. 1 US dollar equals 1,121 Korean won. 1,121. I mean, no offense, but yeah. PewDiePie might move to Japan or something like that. Yeah, Delaware seems nice. The South Korea dollar. You know, I'm joking around because it's funny, right? You're a part of my team. So what happens now? Japanese life is expensive, but we're talking about a millionaire, so. And and he can charge to make appearances. They'll pay him to just make appearances. He could be the Kardashian of Japan. And he's tall. They love tall white people, so. He's got it made. Where have I been in the world? Ghana, Guinea, Morocco, in Africa. J'habitais à Paris. And I lived in Lima, Peru. And I lived in the Caribbean. Correction, I lived in the French Antilles. J'habitais à Martinique. I lived in Martinique, for those who don't understand that lingo. Another suitcase and another hole. Put your picture on the bathroom wall. What happened? All right, so now I had tuna. Actually, it was half a can, so it was like 2 ounces. And of course, now I'm full because I ate this carbs. Maybe now I won't faint or pass out. And I don't feel bad. So let's sing a song. I don't expect my love affairs to last for long. Never fool myself that my dreams will come true. Being used to trouble, I anticipated, but all the same I hated. Wouldn't you? So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? Time and time again, I've said that I don't care, that I'm immune to gloom, that I'm hard through and through. This is depressing. But every time it matters, all my words desert me, so anyone can hurt me, and they do. So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? Call in 3 months' time and I'll be fine. I know. Well, maybe not that fine, but I'll survive anyhow. I won't recall the names and places each sad occasion, but that's no consolation here and now. So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? Don't ask anymore. That is rather depressing, huh? It seems seems appropriate for my situation. So the guys in the background go, another suitcase, another hole. Put your picture on a bathroom wall. You'll be fine. You'll get by, you always have before. So there's no encouragement. There's just saying, well, you'll live. Some comedian was talking about his dad, and he said, "This is a dadism, sir. You've broken your leg." And he goes, "Say what now?" As if he doesn't believe it, like they made a mistake or something like that. I don't have any dadism. My father died when I was a wee lad. What happened now? Okay, how about this? Hey, a tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I sent a letter to my mother, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket. She went tap tap down on Avenue. I need to look at the lyrics. It is well way before my time. I had to look up how to spell it. Uh, um, there we go. Did you know it was a nursery rhyme? Why is a nursery rhyme a jazz song? These people don't know what to do with their time making nursery rhymes out of jazz songs. A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I got that right. I can't believe that. I sent a letter to my mommy on the way. I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket. She was trucking on down the avenue, not a single thing to do. She went peck, peck, pecking all around. When she spied it on the ground, she took it, my little yellow basket. And if she doesn't bring it back, I think that I will die. Oh dear, I think that I will die. A tisket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket, and if the girl don't return it, don't know what I'll do. Oh dear, I wonder where my basket can be. Oh gee, I wish that little girl I could see. Oh, why was I so careless with that basket of mine? That itty bitty basket was a joy of mine. A tisket, tasket, lost my yellow basket. Won't someone help me find it and make me happy again, again, again? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. A little yellow basket. Ah, I don't know if you could tell. I don't know the tone. Okay. All right. That's enough for the European thing. Question time. Y'all have any questions? Y'all have super duper questions? Question and answer period. Question and answer period. Question and answer period. We're gonna come right back in like 30 minutes for the next session. I'll talk about forex and binary options and options and setting up a brokerage account next. Coming to you live next. So we'll do all of that next, right? Because maybe I'll take a little bit of a nap because do I have scoliosis? What is going on? Oh, me. Yeah, Lan, it's very true. So, I'll let you in on a little secret coming up in the next live stream. I'll talk about how I tried to set up uh, stock exchanges and connect them in Africa for a website that I was making, and I contacted all the countries, and they responded. That's coming up next in the next live stream. Be sure, if you want to donate to paypal.me/comma. Very exciting news. We'll talk about the stock exchanges in Africa and all sorts of stuff. Stock exchanges, and all the stuff going on in the financial world. Coming up next. Thank you all for tuning in. Donate at paypal.me/comma. This is a computer fundraising weekend. Thank you.